G'day guys, my name's 3Jad21 and welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So yeah, I had to pause halfway through this, or I don't know if it's halfway through, this could be just the beginning of this ending for all I know. But we're currently doing you just collected all the figurines and there's an ending going on here. This is really interesting. But I had to stop it because the episode was getting a bit long. But now I have a whole new slate of episodes to do. So, or, you know, you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, should we go left or right? Oh, it doesn't matter. They're both the exact same. Okay. Back in the office.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Yeah. Not
Was
wrong.
there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
What's going on?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way I stopped.
Oh my god, it's going back through the intro sequence.
I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling this story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
You're not seriously telling me I only get one more run of this game with Stanley and then that's it? No way. Crap. If that's true, I'm very anxious about what ending I should do. Because... Alright, here we are.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So... How have we done all that we can on the left side? If we go left, there's a broom closet and this down. Okay, let's go to the right then.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Okay.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh boy, do we do the confusion ending or do we go all the way? I think we go all the way. Let's disobey everything he does with the bucket.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
But I didn't. Because I ignored the cargo lift. Whoa. I feel like I Like, the fact that the narrator didn't say anything when I did this is really weird.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Whoa, okay. Well, this is interesting. I should have remembered the no buckets beyond this point sign, because I made a note about it.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right?
Yeah,
This
sure.
should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Sure.
Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh, come on.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Oh my...
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Right.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Of
Incorrect.
course.
This is a bucket.
Of course. It's just gonna say it's incorrect no matter what I pick.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's
Damn
an
it.
enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on.
I thought it
to
was
the
a
next
trick question. You can't blame me for thinking that.
one. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
See? Doesn't matter.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Right, okay.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let's see, it should be around here somewhere.
Take your time. I can wait. Wait, I can say yes or no already?
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay,
What?
Here we go.
No, wait. I don't think I want that. I don't think I want that. I really hope that's not true.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait,
Everything is a bucket.
everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
I'm very happy
Yes,
to hear
I
that.
actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets. Okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Fair enough. I won't tell anybody that everything's a bucket. I mean, the people who are watching this video know that everything's a bucket, but, you know, that's all good. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. A good bucket. A strong bucket. A humble bucket. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yeah, I agree. It's very touching. Alright, now we'll actually go follow the cargo lift to the apartment ending with the bucket. Wait. Imagine if when you have the bucket, you actually do have a wife. That would be insane.
The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time,
Oh yeah, it's great, isn't it?
No,
said the bucket.
That line is
don't go
funny.
to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Yes, go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Let's see what happens.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Whoa,
Once
what?
upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Whoa. I have a new apartment. This is sick. Jazz music. I do like me some jazz music. Wow, this apartment's much better than the other one. Wait, what? The bucket. Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press triangle to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press X to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Press square to go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man.
You see, he's not listening. He's
Whoa.
still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley?
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Relive this same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Go home to work. Wait, to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps, if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket
Oh my
could tell me
God.
what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Close your eyes. Go back to work, Stanley. Oh. Wow, that was an ending. That was... Ooh. That was actually, like, really ominous. Wow. Man, I love that they just made, like, several different endings, all because of an inanimate object that they decided to add to the game. Like, that's just amazing.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Can you not say that? That's actually kind of creepy.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Is there a way to get to these doors? Like, can this
In here.
open?
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
No.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Hang on, can I unplug the phone? That's the next thing I want to try.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it, but there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What
Oh.
is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should
This
it
video
last?
actually works.
How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke,
Oh my God.
including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. Did I do it? Do I need to say it again? I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
Of course.
An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Okay, so this kind of video is the video that is supposed to play in the ending where we don't have the bucket and pull the plug. It's the same, like, it's the same voice, but it's a different video, obviously. But yeah, I don't get why all of these videos are playing, but not the one that's in the normal pull the plug on the phone ending. I don't get it. It's a weird bug. Anyway, let's keep going.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Do I... Oh, I actually have to go back manually. Okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Okay. So the structure so far is very similar to the ending we tried to get by unplugging the phone normally. But yeah. So we'll see how this ending goes.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No, what's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off.
joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready?
Whoa,
When
okay.
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Damn it. Whoa, what the... Did I
Here
just...
we go. You ready?
Okay, let's go left
When
this time.
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so mental, I think I saw it playing guitar.
Oh my god.
We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Okay.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
What do we do now? Just trying to think. What haven't we... Like, what can we do? We can... Because we can't go to the red or blue doors with the bucket. What happens if I take the bucket?
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed. And
Oh, we need to do this now. To the left.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No, we didn't. What are you talking about? Alright, so this would be the confusion ending, normally. Right? Yeah.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What? What is this?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yay, it's back.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
The bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Oh, wow.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Can I walk into it? No, I can't. Okay.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Jeez. I was actually trying to destroy it, but I just kept bringing it closer.
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Is that an ending? Yes, it is. Okay, that's interesting. Oh man, what else can I do now? I'm trying to think. Okay, hang on. Wait, no, I can't do that. I was about to say I'll bring the bucket with me and then close the office, but I can't because it closes permanently.
Stanley was alone.
Yeah.
Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Oh, right. Okay, I remember one now.
Don't go to the meeting room.
We need to go this way
Go
now.
somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Nope, we're going in the vent with the bucket now. So this should be something different, yeah? This is already different. Whoa, what?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Gambhorra'ta.
What? Okay. There's a lot to unpack from what the hell just happened. Okay, so Stanley has a voice now. He's British, just like the narrator. And he is the one recording cassettes about the bucket? And then this thing called gambhorra'ta or whatever wants the bucket? What?
Just a step through this door.
Oh my
Stanley
god,
thought
that's
to
so
himself,
weird.
That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Oh my god, this is so weird. Like, what the hell, man? Right, so what else am I missing? Okay, so something different does happen if you go to the bottom of the mind control facility with the bucket in your hand. So let's do that.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
So am I able to do the mind control facility ending without...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
How awesome.
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette.
It's the freedom
that was
ending.
useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Uh-oh.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was inconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Wow. So yeah, there you go. That just goes to show how little I know about this game. I mean, I didn't think that was going to change much, but that was drastically different to when you go down there with no bucket. Oh man, I really want to go and do the ending where you unplug the phone. I love it so much. Hey! A rare office spawn! Papers all over the floor!
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
I think... Didn't we already get the papers all over the floor office once? I think we did. But, yeah. It's as you guys have seen from all the times we've reset this game before, it's not all that common occurrence. So it's always nice when it does happen. Okay, to finish off this episode... Well, actually, I should probably just finish the episode here, to be honest. Because I highly doubt that trying to do the unplug the phone ending is going to work this time. I'm going to have to, communicate with the devs at some point, saying, hey, don't know if they already know about this issue, but at the moment, I'm playing on PS4, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and I can't get the unplugging the phone ending in Stanley Parable because the video doesn't play. So, yeah. Until I can do that ending, I think this is where I'm going to stop playing the Stanley Parable, because I can't really... Because I either can't remember or I don't really see the point in following the other endings, because they're just a bit jokey, or, There's a lot of stuff that you can do if you play on PC using cheats, but because you can't do that on PlayStation, those things are you can't do, unfortunately. But yeah, unless they decide, or unless this bug with the unplugging the phone when you don't have the bucket ending gets fixed, this is going to be the last episode I do of the Stanley Parable Ultra. The last video I do of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, also known as the Stanley Parable 2. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy. I certainly enjoyed playing this game. It was awesome to come back to it and just... I don't know, man. This game, there's something about it that's just so endearing. And I just... even though I've already seen the game, this is one of those games where I want to watch other people play it and see their reactions to it. Because it's one of those games where no matter how many times you watch it, I love watching it. It's just so fun. And I love seeing how other people react to it. It's so nice. It's just... And I mean, outside of the whole reaction thing, just the actual concept of the game itself and everything that this game does, and just the way it's written, the narrator, the comedy of the game, how self-aware everything is, it's so fun. I love it. There's obviously been meta games before, but I don't think any game has taken it as far as the Stanley Parable has. And it's one thing to do that. It's another thing entirely to do it well. Like for this story in this game to be written as well as it is, and also be a meta game. Like it's so awesome. I love this game so much, man. It's just I really hope that because of the release of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, more people watch this game or play this game and buy it, because it's a masterpiece. Like, what can I say? It's just, there's nothing else like it. I mean, as I said before, there are games similar to it, but I don't think any meta game has done as well as the Stanley Parable has, because it's just so fun, so funny, so well written, and everything is just so effective, and it just really makes you think. And it also makes you think about like how games are made, right? Like, it makes you think like, oh yeah, it is weird how, like, you know, you restart a game, but like, what if a game actually did change as you restart it? Or like, what if there were actually consequences for you doing certain things, you know? And, you know, games like Undertale have explored that kind of thing before, but Stanley Parable came out way before Undertale. Stanley Parable was pre-2013, because 2013, I'm pretty sure, was when the Galactic Cafe remake came out, I think. That came out on Steam. But I think before that, it was a mod of Portal or something. So, yeah, I mean, this game has come such a long way, and I'm just... I really, really hope that the devs are working on a new game, because if they are, I am going to be so diving into it. Like, I will be covering it on the channel, because I love these guys. They're awesome. Anyway, I've been rambling on for a while. This video is almost at its limit, so thank you guys so much for watching the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I hope you did enjoy, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!